Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about There's Nothing I Can Do. Woman receives $375 worth of Uber Eats gift cards from friends and family. Then Uber blocks her account. I don't know what it is about these gig app companies hating people actually using their gift cards, but this seems to be a common trend, whether it's Doordash versus firefighters, or whether it's this young woman trying to cash in her Uber Eats cards. These companies have a particular distaste for them, and I don't know why. So with that said, we are talking about everything that's being said in this article, how it actually is for Doordash, UberEats, and Grubhub drivers and customers, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. A woman's friends and family sent nearly $400 in Uber Eats gift cards to support her after an emergency C-section and long-term NICU stay. Now she's calling out Uber for wrongfully blocking her account for suspicious activity. Imagine going to a hospital, receiving gift cards as a get well soon gift, and the get well gift that Uber gives you is deactivation. How fucked is that? And that's as a customer too. This isn't even a driver. This is somebody who received cash they already received, and now they're trying so hard to hold it, they're wrongfully deactivating customers. Like, I get it. There's a lot of fraud going on in the gig economy right now, but that's only adding to it from the platform's perspective, not the customer's perspective. In a video with over 140,000 views, Tabby Chen at Tabby Chen says she went into early labor at 26 weeks. Her doctors expect her newborn to require a 3 to 4 month stay in the NICU following his birth. The things you do for content, huh? I'm going to leave our TikTok as well as her profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject.
2 weeks ago, I had an emergency C-section because of a premature labor, and I gave birth to my 26 plus 5 week baby. And now we're at the NICU for probably 3 to 4 months. And so we had a lot of friends and family who gave us a lot of treats and also sent us Uber gift cards to help with transportation and also to help with meals. We got a total of almost $375 worth of gift cards, and I have $200 sitting in my email account, but my Uber account is now blocked due to these gift cards.
My question is, how is that fraudulent behavior? Like, what exactly happened between the gift cards being distributed and the gift cards being received that you think that's fraudulent? It's not like it's a Visa gift card where you gotta still fight for the money back. That is still your money one way or another, whether it's your credits or cash. But maybe that's the point. Maybe they just really don't want people getting discounts for anything. Like, I get it. I am a firm believer of not providing discounts for anything. Like, that's my price and that's it. But don't commit to gift cards if you're not going to let people use them. Come on.
And there's no way to get access to them. I've talked to the online chat service, and the person helping me, named Honey, said that I was violating the terms of Uber. They couldn't say why, and they said that I have had fraudulent behavior because I'm assuming because of these added gift cards. And so I have provided them with all the receipts from the gift cards, because most of them did even come from Uber themselves, that people sent us. And they pretty much said there's nothing I can do and my account is blocked.
Okay, so the online chat service is not going to do anything. You kind of have to get on the phone and finagle the system in a while. But also, good call on this person to go straight to social media with this, because woof.
So there's nothing I can do. There's $375 sitting in my Uber account and $200 sitting in my email account because I'm scared to put it on the account. And in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. But when a corporation where you're trying to get help steals money from you, it's not a nice feeling, especially when you're in a situation where you have to be at the hospital 10 hours a day sitting with your little baby that is being in an incubator and watched by nurses 24/7. So Uber, you suck.
And suck they do. Like, that's legitimate theft in my opinion. You sold gift cards in which can be cashed in for actual credits later or whatever that looks like. And now you're saying they can't use the credits they purchased. That's literally theft. Viewers react to Uber's decision. Commenters say they are infuriated by Uber's decision to block Chen's account with minimal explanation. I hate these companies where you cannot get in contact with anyone. Automated processes are great for flagging the fraudulent activities, but how has no one actually reviewed your inquiry, one writes. Easy. If everything is ran by an automated chatbot, then how would they even know? As far as they're concerned, the chatbot's got it. So clearly, ignorance is bliss here. In the club, we hate Uber. This is insane. Boo Uber, a third commenter says. I mean, where's the lie? Others say they had similar experiences with Uber's customer service department. I passionately hate Uber so much for having to deal with their awful customer service and ended up just having to get the money back through my bank service. Through my bank, since they hung up and ended the chat on me, a viewer says. Yeah, about that, that's not the same thing here. Like, it's one thing if you made the payment on a credit card, right? Then you could fight it with your bank. This is a gift card. They are the bank in this case. So you literally gave money to a company that wrongfully deactivates people. This is why I would never do gift cards with any of these companies, or anybody if for that matter. Uber has the worst customer service. Stole $80 from me, and now when I try to use it, it says pay $80 before proceeding. I have boycotted them, in other rights. Oh no, I can't use Uber for my food delivery until I pay $80. I guess I gotta use Doordash or Grubhub now. Worst customer service I have ever encountered, a third remarks. Uber Eats is the worst. I never order from Uber Eats, but I have received gift cards and they sent my order to the wrong address and basically told me that's too bad, a fourth ad. Well, first off, it sounds like you order from Uber Eats if you experience that. Second, it sounds like that's a person that hates Uber Eats drivers long before they hate Uber Eats customer service at all. Like, that's somebody who dislikes drivers dogpiling on the rabbit and missing the rabbit entirely. How did Uber respond? In a comment on Chen's video, Uber responds from its verified account. Support team here, we are so sorry for this experience. We have escalated this matter to our specialized support team who will look into this further, the message reads. Shortly thereafter, Chen comments that Uber unblocked her account, which she credits to the reception of her TikTok. Thank you for everyone for all your comments and pushing this post out. Uber finally responded and unblocked my account from all your help, she writes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, these videos may not seem like they do anything, like it's just exposing Uber and all of that. But the louder your voice gets, the more they will make a point about actually doing something. If it's some nameless nobody nothing, they are not going to care. But if it's somebody who is in a hospital, like in this situation, it's going to get pushed out. That voice gets a lot louder because of the number of people around it, and suddenly something moves. And when you have a significant influence already, things are going to move regardless. This is why I think that social media is such an important tool if used correctly. In a follow-up video, Chen clarifies that Uber left her a voicemail letting her know that they would be unblocking her account after commenting on her video. They didn't apologize, but they did give me the access to my account, she notes. I love how they make a point about, oh, they're gonna apologize publicly and then never apologize. They don't want to admit that they fucked up, but they want to remedy the situation before it makes it sound worse than it is. Because it is much worse than it sounds. It is a effed situation, for sure. It's my opinion. Support what you pay for it. And you pay me. There you go. First off, I hope, regardless of whether or not Uber actually did the right thing or not, that she is feeling better. Like, this post was actually a little late, like on March 29th. This is the 7th when I'm making this video. Like, I really hope she's feeling better at least a little bit. Like, that's really the ideal thing here. I know it sucks that Uber Eats gift cards were giving you a hard time and Uber was giving you a hard time. But woof. I always give TikTok a lot of crap because of the way it is enforced. Like, TikTok is funny because they will let other people's bully the creator in the comments section in a lot of cases. But when you clap back with facts, then they have a huge problem with it. There's a lot of things I have a problem with on TikTok, and the TikTok ban is its own conversation, but there are benefits to having a loud and increasingly fast moving voice. So I'm glad that she got her voice heard. And I really hope that her and her baby are doing well at this point. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.